start the hour in Egypt. The country is marking 5 years since a January 25th popular revolt that led to the toppling of longtime President Hosni Mubarak. The country has boosted its security amid fears of bombings. Militant groups have increased their attacks since 2013 when the army ousted another president, Mohamed Morsi. CCTV's Adel Al-Maghrouhi has that story.
Thursday's bomb was a shocking incident to many residents of Greater Cairo. It was the first explosion in a residential area that leaves such extensive damage. Around 20 policemen and civilians were killed and injured in that attack.
That bomb is linked to January 25th anniversary without a doubt. I believe many terrorist cells were preparing for that anniversary by manufacturing explosive devices. They were planning to put these explosives in vital areas. It's an Al-Qaeda ideology adopted by some extremist supporters of the Brotherhood.
Security forces managed to discover that terrorist cell before it activates its plan. The attack, however, alarmed the country that more might be coming to mark the January uprising's anniversary.
January 25th is considered by many Islamic groups as their last chance to come back to rule Egypt. There are many possible violent scenarios, but overall, these groups' organizational capabilities have weakened. They're incapable of amassing rallies or effectively inflict violence, but they want to do minor operations that will definitely cause minimal damages, but at the same time create immense propaganda.
The country stands in defiance against these possible attacks. In a display of solidarity, President El-Sisi awarded the families of police victims of last year's terrorist attacks, vowing vengeance from these groups. None of the known political groups or youth powers have called for protests. Even the Muslim Brotherhood hasn't officially announced its plans to mark the anniversary. And the Egyptian Interior Minister told local media that he doubts anything alarming could happen on Monday. In any case, security forces have intensified their presence across the country just in case any violent incident could arise. Adel Mahroui, CCTV, Cairo.
Well, let's bring you more now on Egypt's uprising anniversary. CCTV's Yasser Hakim joins us now live from Cairo. Yasser, are there any official events or activities planned to mark 5 years since the uprising?
No, not today. It's a public holiday. That's the only official mark of celebrations, as Egyptians are given 25th of January now every year as a public holiday. So in the streets, it's very calm, and no people going to work or so forth. So the country is so far at ease. There has been very lately some calls by the outlawed Muslim Brotherhood to go down to the streets, but as for now, there's nothing has happened. Only around 20 or 30 have gone down in Alexandria with banners calling for reinstating Mohamed Morsi into power, and they dispersed immediately without any clashes with police or without any violence. So so far it has been a calm day in Egypt, except for one incident where two were called assailants were killed before after being arrested in the street with some weapons. It's not known if they are part of any group, but they resisted arrest while holding weapons, and they were shot dead. We're waiting for any information about this incident, who they are, and what were they doing with these weapons. Were they planning anything or not? That's the only news we have, and that took place in the city of 6th of October.
Now, Yasser, as you mentioned there, the Muslim Brotherhood calling for some form of protest today. But Yasser, does the sense of dissatisfaction spread wider than the Muslim Brotherhood? Is there a sense that Egyptians feel that their demands from the uprising 5 years ago have been met so far?
Well, I'll take you, Lindy, to an official poll that was announced late last night, and it says that 68% of Egyptians feel that after the 25th of January uprising, things are better. And that was the question to the poll, and 68% say it's better. It's better in some cases in where now you can elect a president freely. Before Mubarak, for 30 years, he has been elected as the only president. There was no no one standing against him in the elections, with 99% always vote for him, which were obviously rigged elections. Parliamentary elections the same. They were always 99%, if not 80 by the most, were his party members in parliament. And police was always taking the side of officials with a lot of corruption. Now there is elections that are free to choose a president, to choose a parliament. It's free and fair elections, and there's more freedom in the media as well. However, two items that are if you can say, much worse: economics. The economy has been hit by the 5 years of unrest, and also corruption is still not been totally eradicated. And you also have now terrorism threats. So those three are the angles where things are not really have improved. But on other spheres it has improved, and the people are now calling for a better economic reforms, for a better fight on corruption and also on terrorism.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much. Yasser Hakim, live for us there in Cairo.